If you have anterior pelvic tilt where the pelvis is rotated forward, which is causing your ribcage to shift back, we're going to fix this with this routine. For this routine, you're going to need a mat, a foam roller, access to a wall, and I do suggest that you are barefoot. And we're gonna go through 3 parts here. The first part is we're going to release any tightness and stiffness in the body. Then we are going to activate the deep abs and the hamstrings, and then we're going to go through a strengthening routine to help keep your body aligned. Let's get started. We're going to start with 30 seconds of foam rolling the lower back, specifically the QL muscle on one side. So position yourself on the foam roller with your hips lifted, and then you're going to turn toward one side. Very slowly, you're going to go up and down, just staying in the lower back. You can even go side to side and focus on the areas that feel tight and stiff with lots of tension. Make sure you are breathing. Do not hold your breath. We're going to go for another 15 seconds and then switch. All right, go ahead and switch sides. And remember, whenever you have anterior pelvic tilt, you most likely have a tight lower back. So be gentle here. You don't want to force it. You don't want to do too much. You want to breathe and really feel the area relaxing. That's what we want to do here. So we're going to go for another 22 seconds and then we'll move on. 10 seconds to go. All right, nice job. We're going to go ahead and flip over because now we're going to foam roll the quads, and we're going to do one leg at a time. So you're going to shift that foam roller over so that you have one leg on the floor, the other one on the foam roller. Now just the quad, so above your knee all the way up to just about your hip. You're going to gently roll down and back. You can be on your hands or on your forearms, whatever feels good for you and your body. Make sure you're not holding your breath here. Make sure you're breathing and relaxing as much as possible. We got 12 more seconds. Awesome. You're going to go ahead and switch sides by pushing the foam roller over to the other leg. That leg that we just worked on is going to be on the floor. The opposite leg will be on the foam roller. Again, from knee to hip, really focusing on those quads. Make sure that you are breathing. Ten seconds to go. All right, excellent job. We're going to move on. So put the foam roller to the side and we're going to do some stretches. This first one is a mermaid stretch. So you're going to sit in this position where you have one leg bent in front of you, the other one is bent behind you, and you're going to reach toward the leg that is bent behind you. You're going to feel a nice stretch in that side and that QL muscle. This is where you want to feel it. That front foot, make sure that that knee stays down. Hang out here in this position for 15 more seconds. Make sure that you are breathing and relaxing. All right, slowly come back to the center. You're going to go ahead and switch your legs because we're going to now go the opposite direction. Again, make sure that that front knee stays down. You reach to the side, hang out here and breathe. We're going to go 30 seconds. For our final 10 seconds, give yourself a little more of a reach. Make sure you are breathing deeply. Awesome work. We're going to now go ahead and stretch the hips. So we're going to get into a half kneeling position. One knee on the floor, the other foot on the floor with knee bent. Make sure that those hips are tucked in. Once they're tucked, you're then going to go forward and you're going to reach the arm towards the front leg, and you're going to hold this position here. You're going to feel a nice stretch in your hip and working all the way up, but make sure that your hips stay neutral as much as possible and breathe. We have about 12 seconds to go. I love this stretch. Let's go ahead and switch legs. And because you're switching legs, you are also going to be reaching the opposite way. Don't forget to tuck those hips in, reach toward that front leg, hold this here, breathe for 30 seconds. We got 10 seconds to go. Okay, moving on to our second part, which is the Activate series. We're going to start with our lying pelvic tilt breaths. Now make sure that your feet are nice and even on the mat and that you have the tripod grip. Lay all the way down, having your knees bent, and we're going to think about rotating the pelvis. So these are pelvic tilts, and as we do that, we're going to think about exhaling all the air out of the mouth, and that brings the rib cage down. So you're going to inhale through the nose on a 4-second count, and then exhale out of your mouth on a 6-second count, really thinking about rotating your pelvis and tucking it even though you're laying on your back. We're going to do this for 1 minute, which should be about 6 breaths. So take an inhale here through the nose, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and continue with that pattern. You are doing great. Keep this up for another 30 seconds. And as you're doing this, I want to let you know that fixing anterior pelvic tilt is possible, but it is going to take a lot of time and intention. This routine is a great starting point, but you're going to need more. So if you would like coaching from me, you can always request coaching by checking me out on TikTok or Instagram and sending me a DM. Let's take one more breath here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent, good job. Now we're going to move over to a wall. So make sure that you have a wall in front of you, because now we're going to do the wall 90-90 hamstring activation. You're going to need your foam roller and a mat against the wall, and then you're going to scoot down so that your feet are flat against the wall, and you're making a 90-degree angle with your knees and your hips. Also make sure that your feet are about your hip distance apart and that you have the tripod grip with the big toe, pinky toe, and heel gripping the wall. From here, you're going to grab the foam roller, place it in between your knees, just below your knees, and give it a light squeeze just to hold the foam roller in place. Now, with your arms by your side, you're going to think about tilting that pelvis just like we did in the exercise prior to this, holding this here, and then you're going to think about dragging your feet down the wall. Don't actually drag your feet, just do the motion, and that's going to activate your hamstrings, which are the muscles behind your thighs, okay? Now, hold this position here. We're going to take 6 breaths in 1 minute. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Again, 4-second inhale, 6-second exhale, and continue with that pattern. You are doing excellent. Keep this up. All right, let's take our final breath here. Beautiful. Those abs and hamstrings should feel activated and ready to go. We're going to move on to the strengthen part of this routine, so we can go away from the wall, and you're going to do a scoop glute bridge. So you want to make sure that those feet are about hip distance apart. You have the tripod grip. You got your foam roller in between your knees. Scoot down and then lay back, because we're going to do glute bridges. But with this glute bridge, the focus is you're going to do a pelvic tilt into the bridge. So lay back, arms should be by your side, and then take an inhale through your nose. On the exhale, the first move you're going to do is tilt your pelvis upward, and then you're going to continue. You're going to raise your hips and really think about keeping those feet nice and flat on the exhale, and your belly should be flat. There should be no doming happening here. Now, when you go down, you're going to inhale, but you're going to think about going down with your back first. The last thing to touch the mat should be your hips. So think about leading with your back. Inhale, and then you're going to repeat this. We're going to do this for a 10-second count. And as we go down, we're going to have a 4-second count going down. 4, 3, 2, 1. We got 8 more just like that. We are halfway done. Keep this slow and with control. You got it. Last one. Now we're going to move on to a different move. We're going to do a foam roller dead bug hold. So grab the foam roller, place it on top of your thighs. And when you're doing a dead bug, you're going to extend the leg and the opposite arm, okay? But you want to make sure that we're practicing tucking our pelvis in, holding this here. And then with the foam roller, it's a little funky, so you're going to have to cross one arm. For me, I am doing my left leg and my right arm. So my left arm and right knee are holding the foam roller in place. We're going to extend as far back as we can without arching the back. Hold this here for as long as you exhale, and then inhale on the way back. We're going to do 5 on one side and then switch. This is our last one. Exhale, hold it, let all that air out, and then inhale, bring it back in. Amazing job. We're going to go ahead and switch sides. You're going to have to cross that right arm over, extend that left arm, right leg. Exhale, hold this here, and then inhale, bring it back in. 4 more to go. Last one, fight that burn, you got it. Great work. Go ahead and put that foam roller to the side. Have a seat with your legs straight out in front of you. We're going to do some seated leg lifts. So here you're going to practice aligning that rib cage and the pelvis while seated, and you're going to sit upright. So imagine there's a string pulling you up, but do not arch your back. Okay, now you're going to inhale through the nose. I like to put my hands crossed over my shoulders, and you're going to lift one leg straight up. Hold that for about a second, gently bring it back down. We're going to switch sides as we exhale. Okay, we got 10 of these total. That's 2. Exhale, 3. Bring your leg down. Inhale. When you're ready, exhale, bring the opposite leg up. Do this nice and slow. We got one more on each leg. You're doing great. Awesome work. Okay, we're going to go ahead and flip over, and we're going to do an RKC plank. This is my favorite variation of plank to do because you really do it the right way. So you're gonna get down, make sure that that elbow is directly underneath your shoulders. You're gonna make some fists, okay? And as you make fists, you are going to squeeze these fists, and then you're gonna think about pressing your heels back and making sure that those hips are tucked in tight, okay? Squeeze those fists, push your shoulders away, tuck in those hips, push those heels back, and hold this for 20 seconds. 10 seconds to go, you got it. Amazing job, you did it. Now this wouldn't be a strengthening routine if we did not repeat. So we're gonna repeat these 4 moves one more time, okay? So we're gonna go back to our scoop glute bridges with the foam roller. So grab your friend, make sure that your feet are hip width apart, you're gripping your toes, place that foam roller in between your knees. You know the drill, lay back, and we're gonna do 10 of these nice and slow with a 4-second count going down. Now remember that we are scooping, so take an inhale through your nose, and on the exhale you're going to tilt your pelvis, scoop it all the way up, squeeze your glutes, come back down nice and slow. That is 1. We got 9 more. Halfway there, 5 more to go. Keep the control. Last one. Awesome, way to work. We're gonna move on to our foam roller dead bug holds. Reminder that we're doing 5 on each side, and we're doing this with the breath. So as you hold on here with the opposite arm and opposite leg, you're going to reach back and you're going to exhale and hold until you have fully exhaled. Feel the contraction in your abs, and then inhale as you come back in. Do the same side 4 more times. Last one. Sweet. Okay, go ahead and switch sides. Same deal. 5 on this side. Using that breath. Take an inhale. On the exhale, reach back. Hold it as you exhale. And then bring it back in nice and slow. 4 more. Last one here. Awesome work. Those are not easy, so way to work. We're gonna move on to our seated leg lift. So the foam roller can go to the side. Align that rib cage, sit nice and tall. Take an inhale through your nose, and on the exhale, you're going to lift one leg, keeping it nice and straight. Hold it as you continue to exhale, and then bring it back down. Take another inhale, exhale, switch legs. We're gonna do a total of 10 of these. Just one more on each leg. Done. Awesome job working those hips. And now we're going to do our final exercise of this routine. Back to our RKC plank. Remember, squeeze your fists, push your shoulders up, tuck your hips in, and then push those heels back. We're going to hold this for 20 seconds. You got it. You're doing great. Hold it. Fight those shakes. Keep holding. Push yourself. Let's go 5 more seconds. You can do it. And we're done. Awesome job pushing yourself. I hope that this was a great routine for you. Remember that it's going to take more than just one routine, so keep at it. Make sure that you like this video and subscribe for more routines later on, and I'll see you in the next one.